You are watching 2+U Nevada, and joining us this afternoon, two very important women in our community, Dr. Mindy Lokshin and Ann Pott of the Parkinson's Support Center of Northern Nevada. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you so much for having us.
So Dr. Lokshin, you are the founder of this organization in Northern Nevada?
Yes, we founded this just over 4 years ago with a board of very dedicated, passionate volunteers.
Explain why our community had a need for this center.
Parkinson's disease is the fastest growing neurodegenerative disease in the world. And we estimate there's at least 5,000 people living with Parkinson's disease, plus their family members, coworkers, others in Northern Nevada. And when we founded the organization, there was nothing. There were no support services for people living with the disease, no educational programs, nothing.
And when you hear that diagnosis, Parkinson's, it really must hurt the heart, not only of the patient, but of the family members, just with the fear of what's to come.
Absolutely. It is very scary, and you're often given the diagnosis and said, oh, come back and see me in 6 months, and then what, right? But it's so important to know that people live with Parkinson's and they live well with Parkinson's. It is some would say it's a life sentence, but not a death sentence. It is something that you learn to adjust and adapt your life around.
And Anne, talk to me about the types of services that your center has.
Well, we're really excited because Mindy and I met through an advisory committee where we went to the Parkinson's community that exists here and asked them what they needed. And so from their voices, we developed programs to support them. So one of the things that came from that advisory board was the need for mentorship. As Mindy discussed, oftentimes when you are first diagnosed, you feel alone, ill-equipped. So we have a mentor program that is both for people living with Parkinson's and their care partners. So we have both.
And walk us through what that looks like, because like Dr. Lokshin said, you get diagnosed and then come back for your next appointment. So that person and family can then reach out to your organization and immediately be put with someone who can say, okay, next steps. This is, walking you through the process of not only medical, but life.
That's right. And so we also have support groups. We have support groups that are combined for people with Parkinson's and those living with Parkinson's, as well as people living with Parkinson's and specifically care partners. And one of the things that we're excited about is a care partner group for men.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yes. And we were talking before we sat down and started recording, we were talking off camera, and Dr. Lokshin, you and I were talking about, we just had in our studios earlier this week, a new surgeon from Sierra Neurosurgery Group. And you were saying prior to her being in our region, the medical care wasn't necessarily super hyper local for Parkinson's patients.
Exactly. For Parkinson's disease is a movement disorder, meaning it affects how your body moves. And for that, the specialist is a neurologist who's had additional fellowship training in movement disorders. So we're talking someone who's done internal medicine, neurology, and a movement disorder fellowship, many years of training. And until a few years ago, we didn't have anybody in Northern Nevada with that expertise. Now we have Dr. Trong, who's at Renown, and we're really excited that Dr. Tay, who just joined Sierra Neurosurgery, is a neurosurgeon specifically trained in helping people with Parkinson's.
So we're starting to see the light in specialty care for people diagnosed with Parkinson's in our area.
It is huge. It's a huge, big step for our community.
I'm so glad to hear that. Well, both of you, thank you so much. If people have a new diagnosis, If their family member has a new diagnosis, where can they turn to for your help?
Parkinson's Support Center of Northern Nevada. So it is www.pscnn.org, or you can call our phone number 775-525-0205, or you can reach out to admin@pscnn.org.
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. You're watching 2 Plus U Nevada.